Welcome back to Final Fantasy VI, everybody. In the last episode, Cyan had a very difficult goodbye with his departed family, who was recently poisoned to death by Kefka, putting poison in the water of his hometown, and my voice is gradually getting louder as the gravity of that reality sinks into me. Like a barrel of a gun sinking into my ear before shooting me. Oh god, why? Can we run? Let's run. No, right, well, I don't know. Might be okay here. There's so much wrong with this situation right now. Like, Twy is imped. John is just berserked. And understandably so. And money is falling everywhere, and Shadow has still managed to not leave the party yet. We have 2 tents, I might as well use one. Bling. Ah, so much better. So we shall now see what lies ahead here. We were trying to get back to Norsh, but according to the map, it seems like we're just getting further away from it. So what's the dealio here? This must be Barren Falls. To the south is the Veldt. Dangerous creatures there. And the Empire's right on our tails. If we can slip through the Veldt, we can reach the town of Mobley's to the east. Yeah, but then what? I've served my purpose. Twy! Don't leave. Thanks for your help. Let's join ranks again sometime. Twy's like, yeah, whatever, man. Don't talk to me. Don't be nice to me. Alright, anyway. Are we good for this? Like, I guess so. Why not? You crazy? No, I'm not crazy. I'm just a simple man trying to make his way in the universe. Down we go. Piranhas! Oh god, whatever. So, probably the easiest enemy in the game. They have virtually no HP, so even if you're in the back row, you should still have no problem one-shotting them. And that's what we're gonna do. We're not gonna bother with putting in blitz commands or waiting for Sortex to charge. Just attack it, and let him have it. You'll take a little damage on the way down, but, well... I mean, you just jumped off a cliff, you know, down a waterfall. What did you think was gonna happen? Quite amazed we haven't hit the bottom already, to be honest, but... It's a long fall, you know? Maybe it's a Minecraft waterfall. And you just fall really slowly. I don't know. Ah, yep. Yep. It's just one of those parts of the game where you just have to outlast it. So in the meantime, hope y'all are doing alright. I'm recording a little far ahead here. I don't usually record this far ahead. But as of this recording, only 4 parts of the LP have gone up. I'm projecting this is part 9. Because we kind of just started here. But couldn't be certain about anything at this point, so... Nothing too special about this guy. He's a little bit tougher than the others, but... ultimately the most forgettable boss in the game, probably. Let's take him out. That's all he can do. Yep. He even takes all the time to do the boss explosion and make the screen shake and turn red, gradually fade out, that whole rigmarole. Either way, he's dead. We got the remedy. Let's move on, shall we? Let's meet back tomorrow, shall we? Okay, coming up is another theme that you really don't get to hear that often in the game. I think there may be this time and like one other time you ever hear it. Well, ladies and gents, guess what? We have another donator on our hands. This was the character that Yakyo requested to be named after, so without further ado, Yakyo, enjoy being the feral beast gal. You are the man, and thank you for the $1,000. You have been quite a beacon. A beacon of hope, I might add. Oh no, he just ran off. Ah! Just ran off to go learn some more text or something. Yeah. So another thing I remember distinctly about my first playthrough of this was just how perfect Sabin's strut was with this music. Huh, huh, huh. I don't know, there's something about it. It's like you just gotten off the train of death and now you're walking through a field strutting to this music. This entire section of the game is just so surreal. So you really never know what's coming next with this game sometimes. Da-da-da-da-da. 36 GP. Yeah, so you don't gain experience in this area. And pretty much everything that you attack, or everything that attacks you in this area, is going to be something you've already seen. That's just how it works. Oh, you just can't help but let that music play, man. It's so good. Alright, Mobley's one of the less memorable, well, I say less memorable, but actually, if anything, well, I'm gonna say too much here. Oh yeah, there's like that whole side quest with the girl in this one. Also, Shadow ran off with my sprint shoes. Well, that sucks. Can we get more here? Does it matter? Is there a relic shop here? There has to be a relic shop here. Items over here. Well, we can get dried meat here, which we're actually going to need. How are we looking on everything else? Maybe a couple more tents. Maybe a few sleeping bags while we're at it. I'm going to load up on tonics again here too, because I kind of ran out. Surprisingly enough. Didn't think I actually would, but there you go. Arf, arf. Hello. Some soldier wandered here, busted up pretty bad too. Doesn't look good. Only the letters coming from the town of Miranda are keeping him going. So this is a side quest that you can do it now or you can do it later. But I think if you do it later, it's better because you can actually see the other side of it as you're doing it. Whereas if you do it now, you could get a reward, but you buy white capes here. Holy crap. That's tempting, but that's also a lot of money. What do I have in here? Sniper sight, I never really used this, so... Oh, I didn't have anything on this guy. Holy crap. Here, we'll give him the hyper wrist for now. After just discussing the possibility of selling it, you know. Yeah, sprint shoes, hell yeah. Also free bed back here if you want. This is a nice town. Any town that gives you free lodgings is nice. Very nice. Alright, what do we got in the way of weapons and armor here, though? I'd imagine not much. Once again, now, Sabin and Cyan's abilities, the Blitz and Sword Tech, kind of act independently of the weapons that they have equipped. So there's really no point to buying new weapons for them. At least I don't really see the point, but I don't know, maybe that's just me. Heavy shields, we already have quite a few. We could stand to pick up maybe one more. Magus hats are really good. I want to get a couple of those. Bandana's decent. Iron Helm. Oh. Iron Helm's good for Cyan. Iron Armor. Ooh. I'll pick up one more of those, but... No, I think we're pretty good here. I didn't buy a whole lot of stuff. I got a... Huh? Did I not pick up a heavy shield for Sabin, or can he not use it? Oh, we can't use it. Okay, never mind. So we'll throw the iron helmet on on John over here. That's pretty much all I think I want to do there. So everything else I kind of just bought for other people in the other parties for later. Otherwise, I think we're pretty much good to burn here. Alright, so Gal. Oh boy. This is gonna be fun, let me tell you. This is the first time where I'm feeling like I might need to do a little bit of some kind of grinding in between videos. Because, like, if you really want to get the most out of your Gal experience, as it were, then you're gonna want to spend some time here. So Gal's basically like a Beastmaster character. He will be joining us pretty soon here. He like literally learns the abilities of the enemies that you fight. And when he's in your party, although it doesn't look like it, he more or less just takes on the form of one of the enemies that you've seen. And he can only take on the form of an enemy whose rage he has learned already. Let me just make sure I get this right before I should have sorted. Dried meat, here we go. Make sure you don't eat it yourself. Yep, I know. I got some for you. It's not a fudge brownie, unfortunately. Oh god. We triggered the maelstrom. The maelstrom? Maelstrom. Same difference. What the? Thou art so odd. I'm John and he's Rex. You Rex, you John. Me want more food. No more for you. You tell that asshole. Seriously. Regular munchkin. This entire conversation is just completely ridiculous. I have no idea what to even say about it. It's just a bunch of guys getting to know each other. It's another sausage party, but hey. At least it's funny. Yep. Thou, a wild one, who might thou be? Well, here we go. Now there's this whole thing. Yep. Da 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 ba 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 da ba. Well, I love how far to the side of the screen Sabin is standing right now. So normally nothing ever happens that far over on the screen. It's just weird to me, though. Shiny thing, eh? Think how jealous Don's gonna be when he hears about this one. Well, if you're looking for a shiny thing, then you're playing the wrong game, first of all. Oh my god, are you ever? Or maybe it's more like if the odds of you finding your shiny thing are 1 in 8,000, then you're playing the wrong game. Gal dropping a little bit of that nature wisdom there. You know, that, what is that, that Native American wisdom, or whatever. We used to have a book called Native American Wisdom, and I read it all the time. It's really interesting. Yeah, Mr. Thou. Hurry up, Mr. Thou. What are you doing, Mr. Thou? Da-da-da-da-ba-bum. Alright, so what's up? Here's how to build Yakyo skills. You can just skip my text if you want. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty simple, really. Like, first he has to actually leap onto the monster. Like a person jumping onto the back of a Stegosaurus, you know. And then, and then later on, in a different battle, he'll show back up, having learned the ability of the monster he just jumped onto. And he'll also learn the abilities of whatever monster you were fighting when he returned. So this is kind of how it works. He leaps, and the battle ends. It just takes you out of the battle. Now he's learning the guard moves, which actually I don't think he even needs to. I think he already has. It already comes equipped with that one, doesn't it? So one thing you have to be a little careful of here is when you're putting your commands, make sure you don't put in more commands or to attack than there are monsters. Because if you do, those leftover attacks or commands are still going to get carried out. And then they're going to get carried out on him if he shows up. And then he'll run away. So you don't want that to happen. I mean, in this case, it's not going to matter because he already has Were-Rat, so we don't need that anyway. There is a system for how the monsters spawn here. And I'm not really going to get into it too much, but suffice it to say, it might as well be random. It's not random, but it might as well be as far as the player is concerned. Because there's very little you can do to actually control it. So you just have to wait for the right combination of monsters to show up first of all, whose moves you want to learn. This Rhodox would be really good if we could get this. But it's all a matter of whether he shows up. Yes, he did! Alright, awesome. Now we just have to wait. Make sure you don't put in any commands or anything. You don't have to feed him again or anything like that. Just wait for him to join the party. And now he has the Rhodox moves. And whatever else was there, I didn't even notice. Primordite or something. There's not that many to get right now. Trillium, this is another good one. Trillium has a poison attack that you can get. We saw the Trilliums hit us with poison back on Mount Colts. So to have that ability on our side would actually be quite tantamount. Brawler is not the... I don't know how I feel about this one. Is Brawler the one with Fireball? I'm not actually too sure. I forget. There's one that has Fireball, and I always forget which one it is. That might be the Trilobiters that have that. Either way, he's back with us again. Because like we've already seen that Leap is the command you use for him to jump on the monster to learn. But Rage is the actual command to use whatever the monster's thing is. Which for, not sure which one to use here. Rhodox is pretty good, I guess. It's regular physical attack. So once he goes into the Rage, you won't be able to control him for the rest of the fight. And he'll just use random moves from whatever the monster's moveset is. It's pretty much a 50-50, either a physical attack or the monster's special move. And for Rhodox's Snare, that's not bad, that one right there. One of the nice things about Snare, though, is that if you have a monster that uses a final attack before it dies, you know how some of the monsters do that, they hit you one last time before they die? Well, Snare actually stops them from doing that. It bypasses their counter. So that's pretty cool. I guess we can leap onto this guy, why not? Man, this would be a good one for him to return on. He's got 3 monsters here, that would add 3 rages to his list. Not that I would ever use any of them. I mean, Hazer maybe a little bit. So Hazer is like Bolt 2. I'm not sure even what Still Going does. That's the thing about it, though. It's kind of fun, you know, is just try different ones out and see what he does. because you really never know what he's gonna do. It's also a good idea not to have a black belt equipped out here, because then, like, if a monster hits you after you put in an attack command, gets counterattacked and dies, then Gal shows up and the other attack command that you put in gets carried out and hits him, scares him away. So yeah, we got those rages though. That's good. There's actually one in particular I'd really like to get if I can out here. But that's going to require a little bit of searching around. Unless, of course, he already has it, but I don't think he does. Oh, Commander. That's close. The one we want is called Marshall. And if you've played the game, you know why that is, but hey. Well, let's just assume you haven't played it. I don't know. Vector Pop, jeez. Got no use for these losers. That many losers on Christmas morning ordering biscuits. Man, just slashing and hacking away, are you? Yep. Oh, don't come back on that one. You already had those two, I thought. It doesn't matter if he already has it, he's just gonna show up at random. But whatever. At least you know that the ones he leaps onto are guaranteed. It's when he's out there learning the tricks, and then you see one that you want to learn, and you hope that he returns on that one, you know? And then he doesn't, that's when it sucks. Oh, wow. Hey, aren't these the monsters from the... Yeah, they totally are. Let's leap. These are the monsters from the light in the cave if you don't walk the right path. And it surrounds you, so let's get them. We might as well. Alright. Of all the characters in the game, Yakyo is without a doubt one of the most unpredictable and one of the most fun to use. And this is despite not being able to control what he does. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, let's leap these ones. Don't have these yet either. I don't know if I'm going to bother to try to collect all of the rages. I seriously don't think I am, but I'll get a few of them at least. I'll try to get a lot. Going for 100% on something like that is really superfluous, though. Especially with how many of them are really useless, ultimately. Like, aside from Marshall and maybe one or two others, you don't really need that many, especially, like, this early in the game. And the ones that are useful stay useful for a really long time. I'm talking like the first half of the game, they stay useful. Let me see what Rin does here for a second, because I'm kind of curious now. Yeah, the other thing that's cool about it is that, like when Gal takes on the form of a monster, he takes on all of their elemental attributes, like their defense and stuff like that too. Like all of that becomes his. And his attacking will still be based on his own stats, magic and attack stat, but everything else, any like status buffs or whatever that the monster ordinarily comes with, already equipped, he'll just get those. So if a monster is normally hasted at the start of battle, then he'll be hasted when he uses that rage. So it's pretty handy. Okay, so, let's see now. Oh, Stray Cat, here we go. If we can get this one, that would be really good. This is actually one of the ones I like to use a lot. Well, this is one of the ones I liked to use a lot as a kid, when I played the game, or as a teen, I guess. But, there are better ones than this, but this one's still really good. It's a quad damage technique if he uses the special, so definitely worth its weight if you can get it. Yes, we got it. Sweet. Okay. Let's make sure you don't hit him and scare him off, or else you won't get it. Wow! Jeez. Ah, I gotta get back to uploading my tapes, man. What is wrong with me? I'm 6 months behind now, actually. 7 months. I don't know what's going on with all that, man. Alright, Marshall, where are you at? Telstar? Sure. I'll leap for that. Oh, it's Yo Schiller again. And he just blinded us, that little screwball. Not that it matters, blindness is bugged in this game, as you well know. But yeah, you notice if you wander around here for long enough that you generally kind of see the monsters in the same order that you saw them as you went through the game. So that's kind of how it works, like they're grouped into specific groups, but groups of like 8. And then it randomly chooses one of the 8 from each specific group as it goes through them, and if you haven't seen any of the 8, then it just skips over that group and goes back to number 1. So you'll kind of you'll see them in cycles, you know, like eventually we'll go back and we'll start seeing the monsters from the very first cave in the game again. Alright, anyway, we're getting up on there on time, and I've been spending a lot of time just messing around in the Veldt. So, but if you ever want to look at your rages, you can go to skills, go over here, and just look them up right here. So, Roadhouse Commander, where we're at, Rhinotaur, I want to make sure he doesn't like already have it. So the one you want is Marshall. I'm not seeing that here though. See quite a few though. Grease Monk right there, or whatever, still going. Yeah, there's a lot of those in the game, so have fun sorting all those out if you ever get around to it. Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna grab those weapons and then I'm gonna save. Well, then I'm probably gonna mess around in the Veldt just a little bit more off screen just to get as many more as I can and see if I can't get the Marshall, or see if perhaps I somehow missed the encounter. I don't even know if that is a missable encounter. I don't think it is. There's so many different army guys you fight in this game, I really don't ever keep track of which ones are which anymore, so I'm just gonna nestle in here and take a whiz. See you guys next time. Goodbye.